Well, you just got back from an amazing 2-week European vacation, adjusted to 6 hours ahead. And now what? Many people actually ruin the last part of their vacation worrying about jet lag, and it's something that most of us end up suffering with. Well, what exactly is jet lag? Jet lag is a disruption of your internal clock or your circadian rhythm. This happens when you cross multiple time zones in a very quick amount of time, and our body needs time to readjust. Jet lag involves a whole lot more than just the obvious ones that we know, which is being sleepy when we should be awake and being awake when we really need to be asleep. However, many of us also suffer from headache, mood swings, digestive disruptions. We can have a lack of focus, an inability to concentrate. Funnily enough, we can have both a lack of appetite or a desire to eat at really weird and inopportune times. Jet lag is more pronounced as we age, especially for those of us over 60. Seems our circadian rhythm isn't so quick to readjust. It's much easier to travel from east to west, especially if you're lucky enough to get an overnight flight. If you have the opportunity and if you can, do try to fall asleep when you're on the plane. That way, you're sleeping when you're supposed to be sleeping, and when you arrive at your new destination, even though really you've lost time because now the hours are ahead, you'll wake up in the morning there and you'll be raring to go. So funnily enough, going on vacation, also don't forget, you've got the adrenaline, you're excited about being on your vacation. Coming home, you're already getting worried about getting back to normal, so you have that added stress into the mix. So it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that in one form or another, we're all going to suffer a little bit from jet lag. But what can we do to mitigate that suffering? And there are some things that we can do to hopefully allow us to recover a little bit more quickly. First of all, don't stress. We are going to get over it. Usually a day to a day and a half per hour of time difference. So I've just been away to Europe. I had a 6-hour time change. I can expect to be, 4 or 5 days and I'll be tickety-boo. Throw out your old time. Switch your watch while you're on the plane, preferably, to your time zone that you're going to or to your time zone when you're getting back home. Forget about the old. Resist the urge to be constantly saying, oh my goodness, it's 4:30, which means it's 10:30 for me. No wonder I'm already feeling bagged out. Second of all, drink. Sorry, I don't mean wine. It's water. The dehydration, the plane really dehydrates us and the jet lag sets in. So if you think you've drank enough water, drink some more. Avoid the booze. It's not going to help you. It's going to dehydrate you even further. If you must, have a nap, but limit it. Do not lie down and snog out for 3 or 4 hours in the day. You want to get yourself back to your routine as soon as possible. So napping is really going to be counterproductive. You're going to be more acclimatizing to an old time instead of getting back to the time that you want to be on. So resist the napping. Maximum an hour. Preferably even less. Some experts, although, there doesn't seem to be a lot of agreement here. Some people are saying stay away from caffeine, while others are saying that a 300 milligram dose of timed release caffeine in the morning can be very helpful to get you wakeful again. Of course, not anywhere in the afternoon and certainly not in the evening, but maybe that kickstart of caffeine may help wake you up if you think that that's necessary. For me, I do have tea, and I only have my tea generally in the morning, so I do have that little bit of caffeine. But if you think that that's going to help you, you might want to give that a try. The same goes for in the evening. Some people suggest trying some melatonin. Low dose, maybe 5 milligrams of melatonin. This is the sleep hormone. This you would take before bed to hopefully get you into a more sleepy kind of a zone. So some people that works for. My daughter's taken it. She doesn't think that it does much for her. That could be worth a shot. If you've listened to Andrew Huberman, he talks a lot about light therapy. Getting light exposure first thing in the morning when you wake up, preferably outdoors, is going to increase your wakefulness and your cortisol and wake you up and get you into the groove. So light therapy can be very helpful when you get it at the right time. You don't want light therapy late in the day or in the evening after dinner. That's not when you want light therapy. In fact, if it's really sunny where you are, you probably want to wear sunglasses at that point to try to shade your eyes from having so much light coming in. As a very, very last resort, and really I would urge you not to go to this route, is you could go to your doctor and get a prescription for a sleep aid such as Ambien. But you know what? It's not going to last. So, I would hesitate to do something like that and potentially get yourself dependent on that. Try to allow yourself the few days that it's going to take to get back to normal before you have to resort to something like that. Our circadian rhythm responds to something called Zeitgebers, which is German for time givers. And the three main components of that are light, which we've already talked about, and our meals, and our exercise. And these things, and this combination of things, can also really help us to overcome jet lag more easily. So let's talk about meals. Well, for our meals in the morning, what it suggests is a higher protein breakfast. So, you're looking at like high protein yogurt, cottage cheese, some eggs, and this is going to help you to boost your energy and get on with your day. Start off your morning the way you want to feel throughout that day, and forget about the fact that you're really 6 hours ahead, because you're not anymore. For your evening meal, you can go a little bit carb heavy. The higher carbs in the evening will help us to produce the tryptophan, which is going to encourage the sleepiness, which is what we want later in the evening. Try to resist the urge to overeat. Excess calories are not your friend right now. You want to really avoid excess bloat. The extra calories may contain too much sugar. That is also going to impact your sleep. As for exercise, that's another important aspect that is really going to help get us back on track. Morning exercise is best. That is going to increase our alertness, wake us up for the day, make us feel better, as opposed to late evening exercise, which produces endorphins, which might actually keep many of us awake longer, which we really don't want to do. In the meantime, I'm going to try to get on with my day. My husband will be really happy to hear. It's probably some pasta for dinner. Although we just came back from Italy, do you think that maybe enough is enough?
But he needs the carbs for his tryptophan.
He tells me that he needs the carbs for his tryptophan. Okay, so this is the worst part about the jet lag. Both my cameraman and I are up, and it's always 3 o'clock in the morning. Why is it always 3 o'clock in the morning? This is the time that many experts suggest taking 5 milligrams of melatonin. Maybe you took it earlier in the evening. Maybe it's worn off. This could be a good time to take it if you're going to be taking it. I'm going to let my husband take it. I'm going to try to ride it out and just see how I'm doing. And hopefully I'm going to sleep through the night. A couple of online articles that I read actually suggested getting up at 3 a.m. So if I have to get up, I'll go, get another glass of water, and come back, try to meditate, try to fall back asleep. The European return continues. I've had 3 full nights. This is day 4. And how are we doing with the jet lag? Well, I'm going to say that I am doing amazing. I have been doing all of the things that I talked to you about earlier, such as early morning exercise, early morning daylight for light therapy.
It's beautiful and sunny. I'm getting my early morning light. It's just before 8 a.m. I've already done a workout and I'm feeling really good.
I've had high protein breakfasts. I've drank plenty of fluids. I've cut my naps. I've not napped at all. I am waking up at 3 a.m., but I'm kind of just riding it through. There are some experts that say, get up then, start your day, have breakfast. Well, my husband is listening to them and he's having cereal at 4 a.m. He is doing all the wrong things. The reality is we're all going to get over the jet lag. I think that I'm going to recover quicker than my husband, but I'm one of those ones that likes to sort of do things the way they suggest you do them. My husband, on the other hand, has been having all kinds of naps. He has not gotten over the fact that he keeps saying that it's 2 a.m. in Europe, and what are we doing here? He's also been taking the melatonin, but when he thinks the melatonin's not working, well, then he adds some Gravol, so that couldn't hurt. He's waking up in the middle of the night and he starts watching TV. Then we got this from Amazon, which has arnica and chamomile and other things to kind of make you sleepy. So he's trying that too, none of which I bothered with. You would know that if you ever watched my supplement video where I ended up in hospital. On the plane, I tried to go to sleep ASAP. My husband, he watched 3 movies. I drank tons of water. He had 2 glasses of wine. I'm feeling great. My husband, it might take him another couple of days. So, the whole thing with jet lag is there are suggestions and maybe it's going to help to speed up your recovery from jet lag, but we're all going to get over it. And in a few days, we'll be back to new. So I hope you liked this video. If you thought that I looked tired through the video, well, according to my husband, it's because it's 3 a.m. in Europe. Please smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.